Prepare for trouble and make it double. 101R Smith here, and today we will be looking at the latest in the Master Grade line, the Master Grade Gundam Double Zeta Ver-Ka.
Docking to form Double Zeta.
Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta is one of only 3 Gundam TV shows that I have not watched, admittedly. The other 2 being Turn A and G-Rekka. My history with the Double Zeta Gundam is that it was one of my favorite mobile suits to play in the Dynasty Warrior games. I haven't seen the anime mainly due to the fact that there's no dub for it, don't hate me, and the fact that for the first half of the show, it's very goofy and very unlike Gundam, and it takes about halfway into the show for it to pick up and for it to get into the traditional Tomino Gundam mood. I was so happy that this thing got a Ver-Ka Master Grade because Katoki Hajime is going to go balls out with this thing. The original Double Zeta Gundam came out in 1999. And while it was okay for its time, it does not compare to anything that is out there now. Any of those kids from back in the day, Double Zeta, Alex, EZ8, they really need upgrades to even compete with the modern day kids. And I'm so happy this thing got a Ver-Ka. So let's open up the package and see what we have here. So with a lot of the runners here, they're mainly going to be double, but they are just filled with so much color separation and detail that it's very welcoming to see. Almost every single part of this kit has an inner frame, which means a lot of movability and a lot of detail, which is going to look nice on your shelf. One thing that I have to say that I'm so happy that Hajime Katoki brought, there are actual chrome pieces in this kit. You don't see a lot of chrome pieces in a Master Grade. Usually say that for perfect grades. But mainly for the fact that this seems like this is going to be a very hefty kit, and also the fact that it's actually going to be posable and movable, unlike the original Double Zeta. One bonus detail is that you get perfect grade size beam saber effect parts and water slide decals, because that is the Katoki Hajime way. After building, we now have the Master Grade Double Zeta Ver-Ka. And I have to say, after building this thing, I am nothing but impressed with the amount of pieces and engineering that went into this thing. Everything moves on this kit, yet it's still sturdy and able to pose. And those chrome pieces really help out make it pop. One of the things I love about this kit in particular is that it took an old school 80s design in the Double Zeta and modernized it to current standards. It's very helpful and it's very beautiful, and it definitely is going to stand out on your desk. So with that in mind, let's look at some articulation and see what this thing can do. Okay, we're going to start at the head here, and the head is on 2 hinges. However, due to the collar, you're going to have to move up the hinge on the ball joint in order for it to look up and down. But it can't go 360 degrees, unfortunately. The arm has 2 joints, both in the arm itself and in the shoulder, and the wing binders on the arms can move 360 degrees and fold into each other. The arms both each have double jointed elbows, while the wrists and the hands are stationary in order to hold on to weapons. Due to this having a core block, you're not going to get any swivel, but you will get a slight up and down. Front skirts can go up with no problem due to it being on 2 ball joints instead of 1. One built on the inside of the skirt and one on the outside. And the knee, you will get double jointed knees and movable toes, which really helps with balance because this thing is heavy, but it can still stand. Here you get to see the nice toe bend that this thing has, and it looks phenomenal. Everything on this kit, again, moves, and it makes it so easy to pose while still being sturdy and strong. I have nothing but love with the Double Zeta so far. This thing is not a brick, and it makes me so happy for it not being a brick. Now we're going to get some accessories, and it's a little limiting, but it's worth it. First up, you're going to get the Buster Rifle, which in itself is a bit of a core fighter in itself, with 2 hatches. Also, again, perfect grade size beam saber effect parts. This thing looks gigantic. And finally, we have the G Fortress mode, and this thing is complicated, but it looks good. I did a podcast with Jabman not too long ago, and he mentioned in our podcast that there should be not a hint of a nub. This thing took me an hour to put together, just over one little nub on the connector pieces. So listen to him, no nubs. Make sure you clean all your nubs. What I think about the Double Zeta is that it is clearly master grade of 2017. This thing has so many details, so many moving parts, but at the same time, it's still sturdy, and you can get major poses that, unfortunately, I do not have the talent to show you. Once you get an action base, though, pretty much anything that you can come in your mind is limitless with the Double Zeta. You could do the strike pose, you could do some beam saber effect poses, you could do punching poses. This thing is just a phenomenon. I know a lot of people were a little bit hesitant with Double Zeta due to its size and also the fact that the Victory 2 Gundam was a bit of a botch, but don't let that hold you back from getting this. I thought Justice Gundam was going to be Kid of the Year 2017. Double Zeta took that crown with 2 thumbs up and a middle finger to anyone who thinks that the Master Grade line is dead. We're not getting as many as we used to, but when we do get a Master Grade, it's filled with detail, it's filled with thoughtful articulation, and detail that we need in current A kits, and I'm so happy that this has it. 2 thumbs up, phenomenal kit. If you get any kit outside of the Perfect Grade Exia, Master Grade Double Zeta for COP is for you. This is now truly up there with Origin RX-78 as the bare standard of any modern day Master Grade. This kit is phenomenal. I'm so happy to have it in my collection. This is 101R Smith, and I will see you later. Peace!